ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये आपकी अनसीन डिक्टेशन नंबर है 116। वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया है। पहले इसको आराम से तसल्ली से लिखें, फिर इसको टाइप भी कर दें। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, आई एम thankful to the members for expressing their views in very unequivocal terms and also for the various constructive suggestions that they have made, and I would like to say that the government would always welcome positive and constructive suggestions which would help in the more efficient management of the sugarcane growers, consumers, and the producers. Before I go into some of the specific points raised by members, I would like to give a little background. Sir, members would recall that it was under the leadership of our late beloved Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi that the country emerged as the largest cane sugar producing country in the world when our production had exceeded 8 million tons. The years of plenty of sugar production led to increased consumer consumption, and despite the decline in production in the next two seasons due to widespread drought and adverse agroclimatic factors, this government had ensured that sugar was available at a reasonable price. When it was seen that the vested interests had tried to reap unjustified gains by speculation and hoarding, the government had resorted to imports to the extent necessary in order to keep the overall availability of this essential commodity at a reasonable level and at a reasonable price to the consumers. This is to illustrate how this government has acted with responsibility both in times of plenty and in times of reduced production. It is needless for me to refresh the memories of the honorable members as to what happened in 1977-78 when the government of the day was unable to handle the situation of plenty and decided to decontrol this essential industry, which led not merely to a serious setback to the industry but also to the millions of the farmers. Our memories are fresh with the instances of large scale cane burning which had taken place in the heartland of sugarcane cultivation, namely Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and other places. The consumers were forced to pay as high a price as rupees 10 to rupees 12 per kilo because production had declined subsequent to the decision to decontrol. Sir, I am obliged to relate these facts only to clarify the concern shown by this government, which by contracts would go to show our genuine concern for all sections of the economy. Notwithstanding the decline in sugar production due to adverse agro-climatic conditions, this government had protected the consumers with a more stable price. We have also in the last 2 years started the announcement of the sugarcane price in advance of the sowing season, which would infuse a greater degree of confidence in the minds of the farmers so that they can be assured of the statutory floor price for their produce. The government has announced the long term sugar policy for the first time, and its decisions have basically been prompted by its genuine concern not merely to harmonize the interests of the concerned, namely the consumers, but cane growers. Sir, another important development that has taken place has been the payment of sugarcane price to the growers. I am happy to inform the House that perhaps in the last 1 decade sugarcane price areas are the lowest. The Union Food Minister has written to the Chief Ministers of various states requesting them to personally monitor the problem of payment of sugarcane prices to farmers, and many have positively responded to his course of my visits to the various state capitals. Honorable members will appreciate that ensuring timely payment of sugarcane prices is the primary responsibility of the state government, but the endeavors made by the central government have helped in the speedy clearance of cane price dues. With this favorable trend, I am sure our sugarcane farmers would increase both production as well as productivity. I am grateful to Shri Shanti Tyagi, who had also confirmed that the clearance of cane price dues in the session in the state of Uttar Pradesh had been much better than in the past. I am confident that things will only improve for the better from now onwards. One aspect of the sugar policy which unfortunately does not seem to have found favor with many of the members is the minimum economic size of the newly proposed sugar units. I am a little distressed by the general difficulties and lack of confidence displayed by some of the honorable members in our farmers to rise to new challenges. As honorable members are aware, the government has continued its favorable treatment of the cooperative sector in the matter of licensing new units. The record achievements of the cooperative sugar movement are well known. Members will agree with me that the first cooperative sugar unit, which was started in Maharashtra with an initial capacity of 8,000 tons. Many of the cooperatives in Maharashtra, Gujarat, and elsewhere in the country have diversified their activities besides increasing their sugar production capacity from time to time. The honorable members will agree that no industrial venture can be started without due regard either to availability of raw material or economic feasibility of the project. The resolution underlines the need for ensuring adequate availability of raw materials and also indicates minimum size of the plant of about 1500 tons cane crushing per day. Sir, the government of India is committed to having a vibrant and resilient sugar economy, and only an economic and viable unit can be the cornerstone of such a policy. The very fact that many members have talked about a particular size as well as the need for a certain discipline in respect of spatial distance between an existing and a new factory underlines the commonality of approach to this problem. As far as I see, there is some difference only in details due to the perceptions and none of fundamental nature. The government's decision has been guided by expert and professional advice in this regard. इस क्लास में इतना ही बच्चों। नमस्कार बच्चों।